Hi, my name is Lindsey Lyandakis. I live in Conroe, Texas with my husband Chris and our two boys Caleb and Cody. About 13 years ago, we bought a 1962 C model Mooney. We started flying. I was never comfortable. It was only kind of fun for me, but we did it. So about 8 years ago, Chris and I went on an anniversary trip, and we had a catastrophic engine failure on our way home. Landed, everybody was safe. Chris did exactly what he was supposed to do, but I had no clue what was going on. I couldn't help my pilot. So we get the engine all rebuilt and everything, and our first flight in the Mooney is to Kerrville, Texas for my Right Seat Ready seminar. Chris felt it was really important after that to help me gain some knowledge and some tools of my own, that if he did need help or he had a medical emergency, that I was able to step in and at least assist, at least give some sort of help. So from my Right Seat Ready course, I met a lot of other right seaters who felt just like I did. And I think it's common, but I don't think that we talk about it. And so I left there with my own checklist. And if you're a lady like me, you love a checklist. You like something to follow. You like to know what to do and when you're going to do it. So that was my biggest thing. I was like, all right, cool. The second thing I think from my Right Seat Ready course was learning that if you have to call air traffic control in an emergency, just talk to them. And I think I always thought that I had to have pilotees and I had to know all the right words to say. And so thinking about just calling my dad and being like, Dad, I need help. What can I do? It's the same thing when you're calling air traffic control. We also got to end our Right Seat Ready seminar by flying in the Redbird simulator. I had never touched the yoke in the Mooney, and we had been flying for 6 years, 7 years. I wouldn't even touch the yoke. So I sit down in the simulator with an instructor, not my husband, and I got to take off and land. My landings weren't pretty at all. I did my third circuit. He said, do you want to do that again? I was like, I absolutely want to do that again. So I took off, and my fourth landing, I was flying a Mooney because we fly a Mooney. So I landed the Mooney in the Redbird simulator. So I thought, okay, cool. So I left a little bit more confident. I was not scared on the way home. I had my checklist ready. Fast forward, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, we are, as a family, standing watching our son Caleb take his very first solo flight in our Cessna 150. And I stood up there and watched him, and I thought, man, can I do that? I had made one radio call to this point, and it was just checking the center. Can I do that? So the following day, we loaded up in the Mooney and we left for Oshkosh, Wisconsin, the world's largest fly-in. So we camped that week with our Mooney, and I knew all of the answers. I was talking to a lot of other pilots, and the question I got a lot was, but did you fly it in? I thought, man, could I fly it in? So I came home, and within the year, I had my private pilot certificate. That following July, my son Caleb and we flew to Oshkosh in our 150. And this year, I landed the 150 in Oshkosh. So I think for me, it was the tools, it was the confidence, it was just that little bit of curiosity that just kind of fueled that fire, but it just kind of kept it put away for a little while. So I think that the Right Seat Ready course is great for anybody that flies a right seat. Whether you're a wife or you're a husband, I think it would be really beneficial for a teenager that flies with his parent, with his mom or his dad. Really anybody that's going to fly in a right seat. So I'm actually working on my instrument rating, almost done with that. I have all of my books for my commercial rating coming up. So I think that Right Seat Ready just lit that fire for me and just gave me that first stepping stone that I needed to know that that's something that I could do. Thank you.